rolls are one of the luxuries in life that I do not allow in my home because the carbs and sugars would send my husband's diabetes through the roof. Until now. Today's recipe is for low-carb, sugar-free mini cinnamon rolls. And the wonderful thing that I love about these, besides them being tasty, is they require no kneading and no rising time, which makes them quick and perfect for you for something sweet on a busy day. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, then check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find the printable version of this recipe and many other goodies there for you. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the little notification bell. That way you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And while you do that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees and lightly spray the bottoms of a 12-cup muffin pan. For the filling, in a small bowl, combine 1 cup of granulated stevia or sweetener of your choice and 1/4 cup pure maple syrup. Use a fork and mix these together until they're fully combined. Next, add 4 tablespoons of softened butter, not completely melted, but softened enough where you can stir it with a fork very easily, and 3 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Using a fork, stir this together until the mixture is fully combined. In a large mixer bowl, combine 2/3 cup of almond flour, 2/3 cup vital wheat gluten, 2/3 cup oat flour or gluten-free flour of your choice, 2 tablespoons granulated stevia or sweetener of your choice, 5 teaspoons baking powder, and 1 teaspoon salt. Whisk these together until they're fully combined and no lumps are in the flour. Add 3 tablespoons of melted butter and 3/4 cup of milk. Beat these on low for 30 seconds, then on medium for 3 minutes. It's important when you're using low-carb flours and you need your dough to be extra stretchy to make sure that you beat it a little bit longer than what you would your traditional flours. That way the gluten that you add gets nice and active and your dough can get nice and stretchy. If you're doing gluten-free, you don't have to worry about beating it so long because you don't have gluten in it. All you have to do is beat it until the ingredients come together to form a soft dough. If you do want this gluten-free, then instead of the vital wheat gluten, add 2/3 cup more almond flour and 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Keep in mind also that if you are doing this gluten-free, your dough will not be as stretchy, so it probably most likely will not make as many cinnamon rolls as you would with adding the gluten. The gluten makes your dough stretch further, so therefore you're going to have more cinnamon rolls. After you've beat that for 3 minutes, then line and lightly flour a clean work surface. Use your hands and press your dough into a rectangle that's about a 1/4 inch thick. Spread your filling across the rectangle. It's okay if it doesn't fill up the entire rectangle. It just needs to be mostly filling the center. If there's, a little bit of the edges showing with no filling, it's okay. Once it's all rolled up, the filling will spread. Just mostly keep it in the center and spread it out as much as you can in a thin layer. You don't want it thick. Gently roll the rectangle up into a tube shape. Be very gentle with this. Low-carb flours are a little bit more fragile than your traditional flours, so just be careful when you do this. Do it nice and slow so it ends up in a nice tube shape, and at the end of each tube shape you're going to see that nice spiral shape that you would normally see in a cinnamon roll. So roll that up nice and gentle. Use a sharp knife and slice the roll into 10 to 12 pieces. I usually do 10 pieces because I like my cinnamon rolls a little bit bigger, but if you want them smaller, you can do 12 pieces. It's up to you how big you want your cinnamon rolls. Place your rolled up pieces into each cup of the muffin pan. Like I said, I only use 10, so I only fill up 10 of the cups, so there's going to be 2 empty cups for me. But if you do 12, it'll fill up the whole 12 cup. Then bake these for 20 to 25 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to make our frosting or glaze. In a small bowl, combine 3/4 cup of powdered sweetener of your choice. I use Confectioner's Swerve. That's a good stevia blend and has a really good taste. It's up to you what kind of powdered sweetener you want to use. Just make sure it's powdered because that makes the frosting nice and creamy. And 1/8 cup milk and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir these together until they're fully combined and a light, fluffy frosting forms. Once the rolls are done baking, then let them sit in the pan until they are cooled off enough for you to be able to handle them without burning your fingers. Probably just a minute or 2, maybe 3. I usually do about 3 minutes just to let it cool off. Then take them out one at a time and spread the desired amount of frosting that you want on them. You can eat them right away and serve them nice and warm, or you can let them cool completely and put them in a plastic container and store them in your refrigerator. And there you have it. Low-carb, sugar-free cinnamon rolls. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you want to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.